Everybody, I want to hear you. Let's go. Come on. One more time. Come on. I like it from Akka on guitar. I can't hear you. Break it down. I want to hear it. Let's go. Come on. Zoom. I want to hear the man. Hermano. Hermano. Zoom.
Yo, yamamu ajo esan emamu akwaba edeba no kremre jumedie so. Midin ede Antonia jifa ifa. Enyumre isi de yagiti nkonya yatena se wabetwetwe nkomo ede afa ensem a ebe eto ho na wochi mu na se na wochi a etwe mu yi. O hyen yanso na o hyen wo Facebook, Instagram and YouTube channels na so more East European countries no to betimi Anchor FM and has a podcast no TodayGhanaNews TV. More Eastern regions so High FM betimi etie wo Northern regions the Kina Information Center mo betimi etie ewo ho. O banan so kan hu say no wa na edi djuma nti eya na o comments no was send e de amaye. Enyumri omaye ne omo etwetwe enkomo eye enua bema Sita Abdullah Kaya ono eneba betide mu akasa ede ama NPP amanyuku enti Sita pacho o ha na ochia adofo ede amame. You sita prepare say or join no na ye kan mu say Total Grace Wellness Center na asya say chese di jumedi no bremu sita nye ready and then na Frederick Kofi Kwachi wa ready na wa join echia adofo amayen yaba kwa ba
Me just mini awa.
bibia bokodie
Nyame adom ne mo mpaebɔ. Nyame ayɛ na fam di aka agya. Ya nom so bɛhwɛ na ɔmatoto no ɔma na efiefo asoma do ɔmo ne nso yɛ ho adwe.
you chia adofo mayen
Yo we de me fa akwanya isu na machia NDC dom kɛseɛ no emu mpanyimfo nyinaa a ɔmo wɔ ewiase afa na nyinaa. Titiw me mpanyimfo a me na ɔmo wɔ France. Na me fa akwanya nso so ama me nua Comrade Ali a ɔyɛ communication officer Yako. Sɛ wahwere ne papa ya na wɔne tu asɛm mmerɛ bi sei ne ya na emɔden nti ma yɛ nua hyɛ den ɛne Yako ebi ato yɛ nyinaa pɛnti ya na enafo na sɛdeɛ teɛ no so makyia me constituency ɛyɛ Tano South constituency emu mpanyinfoɔ nyinaa titiriw yɛ secretary mahu sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma papapapapa mede nkyia kɛseɛ ɛma no ɛne communication officers ɔmo hɔ nyinaa medam ase.
Yes, so yeah, that's it. Maybe some more guitar crown so mbetimi etien the King's Radio and the King's Radio in Accra and with me etien Pacho Sita why you ready na wa join yen echia adofo amayen. Yema kwaba. Hello Sita. Yo, say Sita still na yen san intimi kanu. Yemfa do Bokata the Evening Tribune na share stories ebeto ho na watching. You share the front page of the Evening Tribune. You can also say the Evening Tribune. Ebe drew Wednesday numero na ya Thursday anopa de okọ new standard unsa ebeka the Evening Tribune newspaper na with me atobi. Yeah, stories eda ho the eda ho kese pa yehu yes Jubilee House's unconventional pizza orders from the UK for lunch and she say mucho menu spede de ankasa omukra free UK and President Ekufuado's you didn't vote for me comments shameful and no Honorable Jifagumashi and Ekasa 35-year-old contractor killed at Enquanta, body dumped in toilet pit, and also a story. Edaho Duncan Williams and Eastwood Anaba resigns from National Cathedral Board, and also Ewoho. Inti upeso unhu story into details na wama onsa aka the Evening Tribune newspaper no na with me akenkan story no into details. Yes, the sita I already are now with shadow for yes, so there ever call up HI home after about for cracks or your basso are not yet also. Okay, sita I am our papa.
Enya jifana tisai
Nyamia do monswe.
the danyamia se we de mo fancha metaka na me try say me say ejumum computer but terms and network na I was on. I think because of the screen size me a bit of difficulty. And after the me
Okay.
phone and use and mo fancha
Shadow
metaka.
for my
If I make chow and I make chow producers and so and so make chow Ghana for multi if we national chairman at the Bami chapter chairman so make chow be and also yeah aspirants and candidates omo yi omo ho say yento omo so aba come 20 no November 4th no omo so me chow nyina and I'm wishing them the best and I will always say may the best candidate win.
you yati. Yes, so yeah, that's it. Yen try a home na yen jibwa for crats or your part topics I will discussing so a dininya so a bit to
Abusiafo Professor Mo Ochini mmakwaba eba Total Grace Wellness Center. Total Grace Wellness Center eye apomudin asoe kese bi a abefu mfidia kese ahyemu ma onyankopon adumti ya bepiem ewo asantemam ha biaya a yefre no Santase Ampatia Amangwase Santase Ampatia Amangwase se ye hunhum mu ana se honam yare bi enani wudi esi a wachine wunya no adura Brian Chen na onyankopon adumti ubenya wayaresa odofo frɛn ahomatrofo yi so 0257 420633 and I say 0257 359884 Total Grace Wellness Center, body, soul and spirit wellness.
Today's Ghana News TV is 2 years old, and we continue to give you the very best. Within our 2-year period, we have introduced our newspaper, the Evening Tribune. Tribune, when it comes, tribulation, you should expect it. It comes with all the hardcore news items, and we report it as it is, as you see it, and as you hear it. So do make a date with us. It comes out every Wednesday, so Thursday morning is right up there. Get a copy of it and get more informed. Do get in touch with us, and we have any article, we will do the publication for you.
Hallelujah. Enka osro hine. Ka apostle Stephen Amuakuhu okontrofo penyi ene kofa baye edema Inner World of God Ministry International ewa biblical truth. Miminda ediye nimi ene miminda bia. Abra abo enumre nonso Ghana time. Yeyini life ewa Today Ghana News TV. Biblical truths. Power.
Yo, and the yen say your first topic, the discuss here. Yena yatse asemwa ato omo lower voter chese omo ben akunsumbo dam no inso yiri a chese ato it's no fault of theirs. Dam no ehu ehia say ye bebie na ye bie a asem kese say ato omo a chese be sese abebie omo te no yetu omo efri ho enye obi a netu omo na nsu na etu omo edi efri ho ibi mo dan no amem kra e wo nsu ni mo achete wo hwehwe dan ne kra unhu na omampanyin ekọ ho okosra omo ekoma omo ekwachichi omo re emo kafra ai na nsem a ode ekọ ho anase okọ ho no nsem a okeka eche omo no enu na ehun nsem ababe bebre a chese obia eka no seniope ende ye bepape mu na ahye sempote na asem no etie sita pacho o ha na o join me ni bisa say NPP for sen na asem no mote no sen na mote ase enti ase wa asem no mu pa ansha na maybe omo mutie no omo anti ni yie but later mumpinyimfo nchechemu ben no omode mamu se o omampanyi ekasa no say na opa akire na Ghanafo ena anti na se anase asem a okan no ne pempem mu ano no pacho cheyemu
to try and help. Because if it's a question of counting who votes for me and who doesn't vote for me, I shouldn't be here because you don't vote for me. But that is not my concern. And in any event, one day you will vote.
More along the Akosombo and Pond Dump because of heavy rains in the Sub-Saharan Africa, Ghana. No. There have been a lot of water downstream in the Volta Basin. In the Ama Akosombo Dump, no, I am so full that so much here at the Assembeba and Asama the Beba no, a beson ɛsen neɛ yɛhu ne sɛsia no. So mostly no per operational protocols VRA and managers of the dump ɛwɔ no say so level no ɛduru baabi a sɛ ɔmo bie dump no na nsuo no bi ɛfiri so that ɛmfa haw ɛnkɔba. So apparently about 2 months ago they call the beginning of so about 4 months 2 months ago they call 4 weeks back no na management of the dump who said near Kosono so they started the whole or more settlers or more along that community so that basin they say near basin but not on one or more say that maximum because no baha neighbor no almost say just a short time be and call that level. But unfortunately no with the semeka say nyame charge you say mechanism more function you know and akobani say there is more water than expected. Nti so man split it and as a split na ama ebe hadwen pa nti those aside the area of the dam pokrano there were other available sources in sona no efa nti na akobani say communities within the North Tongue to K2 going down to the basin or the connection between the river and the dump, the pond dump, and also heading towards the sea, it has to be flooded. Yeah, into a say amount for Nima P, a say Japadia P, and also a hawk a sear a bagana. And na a sefata say, or man penny, or Bekakohe, first hand, and Obekako Stramo, first hand, the level of disaster and at the level of warrior nsuo no ɛde ama Ghana for. Nti last week ɛna ɔmanpanyin tu anɔmɔ as a caring president or as president of the republic which includes obia ne obia wo a woto aba ama no ne wo a wanto aba ama no nyinaa no wo a woyɛ politics wo a wonyɛ politics wo a wote sirim wo a wote fante potem hɔ anaa agbefoɔ potem hɔ no mo yɛn nyinaa yɛ man panyin no nti sɛ asɛm kɛse sɛ ɛto Ghanafoɔ a ɛyɛ n'asɛdeɛ sɛ ɔbɛhwɛ na saa nkurɔfoɔ no anaa saa amanfoɔ no ɔmo ho anaa ɔmo adwene bɛ like they would be at peace. Nti last week no ɔto anamɔ kɔɔ hɔ ɛkɔsraa ahemfo ne community foɔ no ɛna ɔtie ɔmo nsɛm ɔmo haw ne level of distraction a abɛto ɔmo. Emu no na ɔkasa no ɔka nsɛm pii but emu ɔkasa no na ɔde agrom baa mu sɛ ɔba to represent Ghanaians at large na wamba sɛ ɔbɛyɛ yiyimu na Ghanafoɔ na ɛhaw aba ɔmo so nti ɔno a ɔyɛ ɔmanpanyin ɛma Ghana nti waba ha sɛ ɔbɛhwɛ ɔbɛtie ɔmo haw ne mmuaeɛ a ɛwɔ hɔ no na ɔde ama ɔmo. Nti emu ɛna ɔkaa sɛ ɛwɔ mu sɛ ne party a ɔsom a ɛyɛ ɔsono party a ɛyɛ NPP no area mu hɔ no ana mpata mu hɔ no nkurɔfoɔ ɛyɛ a ɔmo nhyɛ da nto aba ɛmma party no but science sɛ ɔyɛ president of the republic nti no ɔba sɛ as president wamma as party panyin nti ɛwɔ mu sɛ area mu hɔ no ɔmo nto aba ɛmma no anaa ɔmo anto aba amma no but wamma ha saa nti na onim sɛ ɛkɔ akyire no ebi a ɔmbɛtumi asesa ɔmo adwene daakye ato aba ama ɔno nso no n'amanyɔkuo no a ɔsom no nti ɛyɛ agorɔ ɛna ɛyɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ no ma amanfoɔ bɔ nsam ɔmo a ɔmo bɛsere ɛsereɛ ɔmo a ɔmo nso ɔmo de bɛyɛ no rough nso ɛde yɛ no rough ntie a mimi nyaeɛ and it's a day no na koye say mechanism though omo ayemhyehyɛ mu omo wɔ ɛha omo but near course wɔ hɔ no and koye say like president aba into bia protocol na obia adwane gidigidi na koye say bibi everything was relaxed na obia like interacting here and there nti nwanwa say after o free hɔ no ɛna the media and I would also say communicators of NDC and some of the MPs, members of parliament, na omo free sa mpotom ho no. Omo de agrona president ana asema president kokan no. E de adana asema omo di ho yaw. A ye mu bi no ana Ghana for dodo na no adwen ho a omo nti ase say asema ana nenti a papa no call ho no. Eno no monka ho nsɛm. Modane nsɛm ni nyinaa kɔyɛ politics. But adwempa na papa no de call ho no sɛ ɔkɔhwɛ na mmoa bi a ɛsɛ aban de bɔ nkurɔfoɔ no na ɔmo de aboa ɔmo no. Ɛno no NDC foɔ amfa ɔmo adwene ankɔ hɔ. Na as usual propaganda ne nneɛma a ɛnsɛ mfata nneɛma a ɛmfa mputuo ɛmma ɛna ɔmo de ɔmo concentration ɛkɔdaa so a ɔmo de ɛha amanfoɔ adwene. Eti gifa me deɛ yɛn mpanyinfoɔ ma yɛte aseɛ sɛ wei ɛnyɛ asɛm a ɛsɛ yɛdi akyire because any responsible or focused political party biara no wobɛhu sɛ wei nyɛ asɛm a ɛsɛ wodi akyire but then sɛ wobɛdi asɛm no akyi koraa no a anka sɛ wo pay attention to asɛm a ɔbɛkaeɛ no wayɛ ho adwuma anaa ɔnyɛ ho adwuma amanehu bɛ na nkurɔfoɔ no wɔ mu saa asɛm no na ɛsɛ we need to communicate and I say you bobo ho but say wako diagro ka say an monto aba ma me nti ana monto aba ma me but gina ha as president nti me bompa say dache no obeto aba ma me na ene dia kwaya asem nti gifa we de
But
me ama
Tita,
yeah
asem kesiye say ato amanfo,
mhm,
people's life has come to a halt, basically. Education is at point zero right now.
yeah
Amanfo farms,
yeah
everything they've built their life around is sinking at this moment. Now, presidents, Ejina ho eka election assembly trauma. Don't you think say it's certainly going to overshadow any other positive thing he said? Because at this point, I
wa
don't think the people are even
wa
in
wa
a good
wa
state of mind to accept that as a joke.
na me kama asem no gifa se o tie me a me ka say okay enya manyo something okoho as
Meti asese enya manya
president of the
seminti no
republic.
okoho.
Nti ɔkɔ hɔ as president of the republic no kae nso sɛ ɛyie kora no ghana mammerɛ mu no ɛyie kora no sɛ ɛyɛ yie obi wu anaa papa wu kora na ɛhaw na wosu no yɛyɛ yie meboa ɛyie no mu no yɛto nnwom yɛsa ɛno no nka werɛ hɔ ho anaa ɛnyɛ asɛm kɛse na atɔ efie hɔ sɛ yɛyɛ but wei no it's a moment of relief sɛ oh asɛm ato yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ anaa yɛka ho asɛm nea ɛsɛ ɔka no waka ɛna ɔde a joke ɛfaa mu which is a very normal of human society a very normal way of handling um, grief a very normal of what reconciling and also it is a form of a therapy ɔmo a wɔyɛ medical students or health professionals would also tell us okay sɛ obi ɛhaw tɔ no paa anaa biribi ɛha no paa sɛ sometimes we create joke sɛ because just laugh and feel a bit relief and that was the essence of it and also no as of today yeah say okay we have seen evidence to say or more asem no kra to wɔn no the citizenry of the place no ade no kra no ɔmo amfa no sa like as serious as say nnɛ kra me no ɛka ho nsɛm yi this is not the platform for we to be discussing things like that. I was thinking, Crampo say, aka net topic no, aka bit my answers no na yenye the impact of the flood no, ne then omo here idea aban betimi aye but as some president akoka agra wakodi de then there asem ajifa na
Because
uni
of the
chrome ha
flood, mebaso, mebaso.
oh jifa uni Ghana na obi like or ka say ono no nti obi ane na sefo ono oyo dwan who knows then all those things me when I was even in opposition by then me as an individual I didn't see it to be something one had to worry his head over what you say and I always tell you people and those listening to me say look as a serious nation okay there are certain things we shouldn't pay attention to. Okay, we should rather pay attention to things that will add development, that will add value to our country. If the president had a comic relief in a time of grief, what is wrong with that? Okay, even in the United States, don't we see Joe Biden and Trump teasing each other and stuff like that? Okay, but yes, so they go ahead to do what they are supposed to do. So me, I don't. I mean, I look, to confess, I don't see it to be an issue for us to discuss so much. Okay, but I would just
Mm.
divert into saying that okay, aside the cry say dodoɔ no a na ɛka no, ɛsan me nwanwa paa sɛ MPs of the area, they've won the serious political lens. Yes, meaning say that area no, it's largely NDC, and I almost feel say NDC for dodoɔ no a na ɛto aba ma ɔmo nti. The president and one for Kasadia, then they have to come out and make a lot of noise. People like Jifa Agomeshi, Honorable Jifa Agomeshi, MP for Ketu South, Matesa, and so this lawyer, Tamakulon, so Omakatan Sama and Senfata. Abra, anka yɛn nyinaa bɛdi saa asɛm no bi akyi a anka sɛbesɛbe ndi sɛ ɔmo nyɛ baabi krampo na ɔmo di ɔmo ti kora kyerɛ. You understand? But as I will always get as focused and forward-minded as we are as a political party, or even when we're in opposition, no, Sunday money be a fine yasan. At least make us a so far crown, okay. Nipa that has proven to be serious and caring about his constituents, no. Make us a kujato. Ono no shouldn't be assembly like say what the president really said. Okay, he's promising and making comments that okay, he will fight for compensation for the settlers along the banks now. Some of this affected like Omaye affected and now say some people were supposed to be compensated some time back. That is what MPs and political leadership in that area should be thinking about, but not the comment of the president. Today, as I'm talking to you this evening, okay, a colleague of mine who is a pharmacist around that area, or catch him said in Suoni it is changing color. It is becoming darker and
Yes.
smelly. What you say? So these are serious national issues that we should be thinking about. Okay,
And
to
at
see
the
how we can
moment, I
develop.
think almost started air recorded waterborne diseases. So don't
Exactly.
you think
So
the government should be quicker in addressing this issue?
so that is why the president was there, okay, to have a first-hand information of the situation. Though he's being fed with updates, all right, but it was prudent for him to be there as a like in person to see what was actually happening, and they have gotten it. As of today, I'm talking to you, or as of now, I'm talking to you. Okay, there's a serious cabinet meeting going on, either to declare that area as a state of emergency or the entire region,
I
not
think
to include.
it's even long overdue. Say,
It is not long
this
overdue,
should have
but
come
there's a lot.
long
No,
ago. Because the
no.
way the situation is, it's
Differ,
no.
differ. When we say a state of emergency, okay, honestly, there's a lot that entails when they say a state of emergency. Already the act of
How
emergency
many
powers.
days? At the
Can
AC,
I
you know,
can I
how
answer your
many
question?
days
Can I
would
answer your
it
question?
take?
If I can answer your question, if you read the
Sure.
act of the Emergency Act of Parliament, okay, of the 1994, yes, okay, it show what should be classified as state of emergency. It entails a lot. Even in COVID era, COVID kwana equal amount of power, but they didn't declare state of emergency. They rather used executive instruments, okay, to handle COVID. So, saa nneɛma no nyinaa na ɔmo bɔ ho say yes, I do agree with you. So okay, say okay, like we're supposed to probably be above okay some of the current situations now you want. But largely, okay, okay now during the COVID time come for one of these discussions, make I say yes, I blame this government one way or the other, and I blame the previous government, even to um, the initial stage of the 1992 republic, that we haven't been able as a nation, okay, to develop our health sector strongly for emergency cases. We haven't done that. Sorry, COVID has taught us a lesson that OSHA, okay, the way they used to even manage disaster before, and I send your manage way, this very current flood, it's totally a different outlook and face altogether. This is a different system of Omo Yusu. How many death have we recorded in this case? I don't know of even any. But if we have anybody can correct me, I stand to be corrected. Okay. But in previous just a year or two before COVID, when floods happen in the north and stuff, which is not as serious as this, but we get a lot of loss of lives and stuff like that. But going forward, COVID has taught us a lesson on how to manage emergency cases. That as at the memo, the death rates and stuff are lower, but yes, loss of property and like subsequent expectation of um, waterborne diseases and stuff are likely to happen. Like I'm also saying, yes, I'll also use this medium to ask or recommend that okay, government should be smarter or faster in making sure that some of these diseases or unforeseen or anticipated rather, okay, problems will not health problems will not come up. Okay, that notwithstanding, if like I said initially, okay, I just want everybody to understand that look, this government is up in doing the tax, okay. But then when you look at the magnitude and the spread of the flood, okay, it is not something that you can take a day or two to handle. If as of today, okay, we are being told that graves, um, mortuaries, and other inconvenient places, okay, have all been flooded, then it is a very serious case that I'll beg to differ to even say that Ghana might not even have the expertise to manage some of these things. You understand? So jumping up to the comments that the former president, His Excellency Muhammad made, that yes, government can or should call on our developing partners for help. Yes, I do agree. I do agree with him on that score. Yes, I do agree with him on that score. But he shouldn't let it look like or make it look like government has been sleeping on the job. Okay. Yes, government has been doing something about it. But if you feel that it is not enough, okay, you don't come to rubbish what they are doing. Yes, you only add your voice and recommend that yes, they do things more better, or you motivate them to do things better.
Do you
So
think
if you
what he
ask me that
said
question,
rubbish what the government is doing?
part of it, if you read the entire statement or the entire discussion he had, okay, part of it was just to score political points, and just I would say about 5% of it was just to motivate or to be a diplomat as we all expect him to be. Okay, but like I said, I'm not surprised that it is coming from him because I know he can say worse things than that. But also, as a political student and also as a Ghanaian, I would not condemn him because it's early days yet. But I would also say that if he has anything to add up, okay, he should bring it on board, but not to sit in his corner and just make a comment and also allow the
You don't
um
believe that if tables were turned, MPP would have done worse?
um yes, if that is why it's a conditional statement. If okay, and that is why it's not a fact, but like let's say it is unexpected figuration that you have put out there that if the tables have turned, yes, the table haven't turned. So those on the chopping board must what bear the sharp blade. You understand? So if today he's saying all those things, it's something else. But then we can also ask him that in his era when there were a lot of floods in the north, his own hometown and stuff like that, did he call on international partners? Didn't he have that? Sorry, with all due respect to everybody, that that vision, okay, or that knowledge. I don't want to say sense, then somebody will feel that I'm insulting him. No, but that knowledge at that time to call for international partners to come help when a lot like when people were dying in the flood, okay, when a lot of lives and property were being lost, he could have also done same. That even then cameras could capture exactly how people were being carried away by water. But he never had that knowledge to do that. So what's so different about this today? You understand? But as to the political noise that senior members of his party are making as to this flood, I would just say that it's unfortunate, but not surprising to me because when you look at comments made by Sami Jeffy as usual, and like I said, lawyer Tamaklo and few communicators about this flood, you could just clearly see that it is just based on political mischief and propaganda and nothing else. So, like I said, I wouldn't want to waste much time on that topic, but rather to relax and just listen to them and just allow my government to do what they can do. If there's a need to call for support, we'll do that. But then, if the NDC would only repeat what they did with the COVID-19 to just set up a committee and go and drink tea and get up and not contribute a quota, not even bring a bottle of sanitizer to support the fight for COVID, then it's going to be an unfortunate. Though I expect that they do same because nothing much can be said about them. So if I,
Oh, but the NDC has sent some relief items to that side already, and I know
how
the
much
month
how
say.
much how much relief item have they sent to that side already? If the vice president as an individual, okay, can donate such huge sums of money, and the wife can also donate that large quantities of items, and as a political party, an entire political party, you can send peanuts there to a base or to an area that you classify as your World Bank and so criticize people for joking with them or having fun with them, then it's rather unfortunate. Like I said this evening, because of the happenings there, I'm not in the mood to make issues too political, but rather to share with the constituents and community people in their grief and hope that we don't lose more lives and that government would take pragmatic steps in solving the problem. Though, yes, you don't expect Nana Akufo-Addo to be a magician to blow the water away, or the Speaker of Parliament, Abam Bagwen, to use his speaking rod, his power to hit on the table and the water will vanish. It's step by step, and anybody who knows how natural disasters are recovered would understand that this government so far has done a lot in that regard. So if I will rest my case here, if even my time is not up, like I said, this topic, I don't know.
We'll come back to you, Sita. We'll come
Yes,
back to you.
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you too. Yeah, call you Nyabema Frederick Kofi Kwache for now on also. And chair na dream emfa insami ho. Kofi Kwache yama kwaba.
Mejo si me nua na megiri se bibia bɔkɔ de.
Semi esisi ye omampanyi ekɔ hɔ ɔka arechiche sem ɔka nkrahye sem ɔma promises sɛ ɔbɛboa ama bibia atoto din. Eba ne sɛn na ni omampanyi ɛka ye nyina asɛ mugya ne nyina egu hɔ a this particular issue of say mamba say moto mami nka mediation say moto mami na me show man ka mamba ha aden na enu potina NDC for asemoyi ade aye franka modernam kromi.
Yo me da si me nua na me nua sita ode na asɛm no ewie no. Wɔka sɛ vice president ne ne yere de amount to be na de ben mante ho asɛm. Na near wɔ country yi mu na president ɛwɔ akwantuo mu na saa incident we esiye. So at that material moment no, na vice president na na president. At least yeti senka bibia ni na nka wo voter for ho do a time na wonam ebeye eko primary super delegate ho ahwan no okɔ hɔ na ene de asɛm ato wo de a wo ti baabi ka kire sɛ ɔde enoma akɔmɔ ɔmo hwen watimi ahunu the magnitude of items a NDC for the call ye enso ani but rather no the vice president ne yere de akɔ de enso ani. Whether my main first asem no cry into in the first place na men come asem. So you ask him a very intelligent question, say if the table turns, and I'm quoting from my former chief pattern, Chief Bob. I said this is not the first time we are meeting. The next time we meet, positions shall change. So when position changes, I hope say like the question you asked him, no, he will equally say the same thing. And I keep saying, say this platform is so big, say just say my whole coin better and I can't see be like he said, former president see will go through those kind of things. Only evidence to that kind of story and hold bill into one fan change. Yes, I want to mean because anyhow there's no evidence to that statement. What can into the infant change to any because our president there be a lunch pizza every UK on you know be and so air fan. Nasa onim akamfo amamre yia nasa ade to obi ani ana obi wa huhiehiem nasa woni no ekwa akoso in the first place no adwinimu ade eso ani say ese president kra o make that statement in the first place. You know, let me make some reference to last year 2022 or 2021 budget. Not a single road in Volta region and capture no budget. So MPs in the region rose up and said no. Even as at that time, now there was a project going on in Keta Sea Defense. You did a nipa de senia kwatena ho asiu a yetua ne ka abra project bia enkoso. So when they raise concern and that year so now ensure afasa ankrofo no and government should make a provision for those people to help them no and appear our budget in. We had an MP from Asante region Enapu esole be ka kire and say omo decide initial project in extra budget ma he will organize Asante region for a demonstration against the government. 2 yenya chairman regional chairman NPP chairman or Asante region the same want to me enso betena ho be ka say NDC for voter region for to abama NPP for this and no mo ho akire wo ma there's no need say aban no koboa wo mo. And he has said similar thing here. And you know why the president quickly rushed there or because he has been bashed previously say a normal asymptom nem crofo a instead say ono ebenya kwan na wahwe ana waka bibia fa ho wa man crofo ya akona wa sympathize with the people no onye nemom eton crofo wa abonte dia outside gentility home cry. Now what I'm seeing is obi a obe try say obe defend the star statement away from the president you know it is say obi a ohwe the national cathedral ya tu amana ya de 500 billion atu amana na yeni hospital yeni schools yeni akwan na yeni hospital beds na say nipa ne defend the same thing ni yebubu judges adan gu ye yebubu immigration office passport office other buildings na say nipa ni defend this cathedral issue ya o judgment debt over $10 billion $10 million and about we eba betuama and compensation ama nkrofo a mo dan wo around the ebubugu ye no say nipa na o defend this cathedral no is the same person who defend this idea we na oka say national man-made disaster. So is the government telling us or is the president telling us he was not brief about the situation there before asana spirit in eba almost starting ana a security matter. So the government has been brief before asana spirit in there shase na say adia to obi na wo kona oni ne kwa kosu obomu ne kwa anka joku no mpo no aka say oh we dia meba ma anya hwe o ne mo mikuta mensam emo ne anwa kakra bi nti nka monye na emom eja se mo nto aba ma binti no manya dodo bia anka even po obi beka say you went there with empty handed and you went and spoke the way you speak. It means that you went there to mock the people, not to sympathize with them, because adia to obi ani a enye sa kwan in the first one the kasa. Could he have the president make it in more jovial way in a different statement than to say
Actually, asemi okaye say oyeni jovial and I say it wasn't jovial enough. Saying that NDC for
it's not about being jovial. So what is the essence of want to abandon me? I have made some instances to say there have been a
I think
statement
that
as our party no omo kachi omo nkofo nti ya de a ashe president no na kuma mu but ultimately share no ho so nti no and he's not being a good leader nti no ana obeka asem no e wo badwam. What is he saying? Say the people should rather talk about the problem now no facing rather than the statement. When the president went there, no they call so no present certain items to the people and told them, say, this is what we want to do. You know,
don't you think that the president is doing that through Nadmo Nina Sefo?
but Nadmo has come out to tell us that they don't even have anything. Nadmo, that is what they told the people. They are most of the items that has gone there is from philanthropists. Most of them are buying at interministerial committee. What is all the BBA Babonting so far? And that is where you were pointing to him. Said, on Guinness said, are you too late? Because what we are calling for as an emergency, you know, you didn't think, say, it's only limited to the voter region. It has affected other regions by the very area now. I see too serious. Yeah, cannot. Let's take it, say, in the initial statement, you know, the people should have been resettled. They should have relocated. Relocated to where? The people pleaded with the government, say, Saglami housing no say, see with the situation now, move us there so that we can settle there for the meantime. When things gone down, then we come back. Did you hear the president saying anything about that? Nothing. Because
well, that's suggestion. No, I heard it after the whole flooding incident.
No.
We should move them there. I didn't know they suggested it prior to this.
No. That was part of the statement the chiefs made. Chief himself owns a chief video now, and we only heard what the president said. But what the chiefs put before him, but that is what the chiefs proposed to him. So this statement is after the president's statement and what the chiefs also told him. But what did he say about that? Nothing.
Sɛ ɔmanpanyin ɛma ɔmo aso ɛte sɛ ɔsan akɔ nkan na ɔmo ɛkɔ akɔdwendwen ho na ɔmo apɛ solution aba. So what if this suggestion puts before?
Was it not the same person who said, say, the president has said a lot of things? So the president has been briefed. You see, sometimes we should understand the protocol.
The president has been briefed, as well as there's been a committee set up. So what if all these things are amount for no presenting ma omanpanyin, it's going to be discussed at the committee level?
No, so before he came there, once the committee was set up before he came, right? And it involves a lot of people. So the committee would have briefed him so that the presentation is coming to make is from the committee. What so far the committee has prepared on the ground and what the government is intend doing. You understand? It's not about coming to promise you. You see, there's something that we seem not to get it. When we say we should organize for emergency or we should call the situation as an emergency situation, it simply means that we need an international bodies to also come and support us because Ghana says say your economy no ajija asay. What you say? And it is not only the people government buildings is so school children and now textbooks in here kakra no ensure the code. We shouldn't forget of all those things. We are only looking at the matter say ensure na fan crofobia keke. No. Oma dying, oma japade. Let's look at a situation whereby one to television, one to nkunya, one to carpet, one to fan, ninyina in a single day. You bought them one after the other. So it may take you about 5 years for you to put something together. Now at the end of the day, you just wake up one morning. Now no matter the look at how ube feeling. And you get a president to come and stand before you and tell you, say, you see, it doesn't make any, sense to me. Because this is a situation and Crawford him. So the government no odwene sa ankrofo no ho a anka ono nani be kosa ahohiahia na omo ho akom no rather than to talk about voting. That even is it necessary to make that statement in the first place? So one can say na nka hede. Say me baha as a president. You see, the president in his demeanor, his actions, the way I was see Kasa with his left hand to the chiefs, really tells you, say, he didn't go there to sympathize with the people. That is the matter. One also on it or sympathizing with the people. He only went there to mock them. Because he said, you see, the president on crop for over 40,000 people. Akwa who here we mu. Nanka wo dwene kwan abefa so obeyi sa ankrofo na free sa akwa anim. Is that your demeanor? Is that how you should talk to the people? You are saying say the
people and now who expect to say
NPP now is trying to tell the Ghana media how they should speak, but they have forgotten what they were saying or how they spoke during the 2016-2020 election. And then the NPP platforms one said the media for see any obaduma. Omuni baduma kura media for. You have
radio stations. Na mo expect to say president Okoha obe puti up as someone who say, oh, he's really sympathizing with these people. And I said, somewhere at home we animal send an amo per se on the bush and not oil no answer. Me say Kofi Kwache, okay, what say about?
In the first place, you heard spillage now. It started way back November 2022. And omunya signal say BBC bet me a day happen. You understand? And no matratra ho besi enne. And all of a sudden ade ya no waka chem say muntu nko ba bi na ye ba be spilling suo no. So it means say enkrofo bi anya o madwuma yie. So say we are president. Now if the system works, na nya politics and nya enkrofo bi interest in here, the first person or the first thing to do, set with all seriousness, the VRA boss should be sacked. That's what sacking straightforward because omunim sadie way did that. Why must we sit down since 2022 September? And I'm who say the water level is increasing. And a man spilling, and a matina ma diana baby drew a neck. And I will catch there almost say, Moses Samuel Copper baby. Now, if it were to be you, Jifa, now at the China, ya bebo they will say, oh, Obiasi San no man na ye baby beer dam na mansiona ababontia. How will you feel? A half an hour sound no marco. Did you provide any place for them in the first place? And like I said, and yet a natural disaster, where a man-made disaster, it is intentionally orchestrated and done. Say, and yes, sir, government should have tell the people, say, we are going to compensate you, we are going to sack, or we are going to investigate how this thing happened. Because, like I said, it's a security issue, and therefore, the government has been briefed day in and day out about that. So, the spirit matter should have even happened long before. And see, why must you subject the people to this situation? And see, what I'm saying is, say government, he mean good for the people. In the first place, he should have even talked about the compensation package for them. 2, he should talk about sacking of the VRA boss. The VRA boss is the person who has caused all this mess. If it's actually not a partisan something, and the government should be hit hard on him. But the statement here say, "Man to Obama me, enti kura no ha me buy and me ba say me Ghana president inti." That is the statement.
And was he not? Then they didn't call her because
people have been complaining about the country. Incidents are happening on
he didn't just get up as any ordinary Ghanaian because me I met him into an amount call
No, Jifati, nkrofo bebre na akọ ho, nkrofo bebre na donate no ma akọ ho, nkrofo bebre na share no ma ekoma wo mo. They are Ghanaians, they are not president. So the president himself, when he even went there as a president, what did he give to the people? Nothing. From his own capacity as a president. They are not the man. So when you are working with morning with somebody, okay, na nkrofo no omo ho akire omo say, oh, ene me nua no say mo ho akire mo. The idea and the mobile do be brem monina monwanya de eni eno na de ka asem oko hode na akokan oko sere wo. That is the statement we are making. And me point I me make we ha say if say ade the course ni nyina no ana me say the plan started from way back November 2022. So we should have gotten a very good plan for these people. When you say abai wo nipa timamufo na yeso control onim say mra wo so obi ka so okoshe ne ho akonfo a okokoko so suicide ana say okoye yi a emra che no. So it means say those people that even if you have told them say you should leave the place, you leave the place now among free where it means say government is for the people and you know say aban use force na go di move sankrofo ni free. If that is the case in the first place, you know, all these things never happened. One provided me accommodation. You only came and told me, say, I should relocate. Relocate to where? To where? And we see, we are talking as if, say, voter for na akwasere Ghana for asase no motisu. Akoso mo dam no. E yo mo asase. Ensuo ne yo mo dia. Ana aban Ghana nyina be sere say. Yesere mo mama yemfa nye eyi na yem dam ne yemfa nya electricity ne ensom Ghana man ni nyina. But when we are talking as if say dam na wo ho no omo na eni ba biti na omo betena dam ne ho na say they were there before the dam. Enti land ne yo omo dia, nsuo ne yo omo dia. Enti aban na akosere omo ana biare eyusu ede som kane ama Ghana nyina. Enti se bibi sei ba esese wo dwere nkrofo no ho timamufo no ho, but it shouldn't be like I said ebia omo na akopo omo ba bia tena omo na pensuo ho tena na omo te ho. And after all say let's look at the aftermath of this particular thing and here say we should call for state of emergency. Ya Ghana ena edru say enkola enduro this so amanumui polio ndroi 6 killer disease a shorty wa Ghana. It means say already was our problem. Currently HIV AIDS enduro a shorty wa Ghana. So it tells you say if there's any pandemic in terms of disease and sicknesses, like you have said, waterborne disease and other things, you know, you understand? So what we are saying is declare state of emergency so that we also get support. Say the Notre Dame in France here, what time sika free Ghana, and they be supporting Abra Notre Dame. What you say? Said the vice president, Sierra Leone, and I say Senegal, incident to see where, or say, items worth 4 billion, and the command woman. The same thing, and I would see when you go to voter region, as we speak, all the constituencies, your constituency chairman up to the branch level, you had over 100,000 votes at a voter region, and you still tell the people say they didn't vote for you. Even if you compare the votes, Asante region, I say a NPP stronghold, you know, a NDC stronghold because the votes are NDC now Asante region, you know, it's more than what they had in voter region. So if you are telling us, NDC 100,000 vote you, that made you a president. And if you say they didn't vote for you, what are you insinuating? So it's something you recall 2014, there was a news outlet say the president is on record have said he doesn't trust votarians. And he has never trusted them up to date. And yes, sir, KTC defense, as we speak, says here, you know, we are just looking at the matter in a lighter way too, but not. KTC defense, they are battling with the sea, and at the same time, they are also battling with the river, the lake, So I had a bashi woman, I has so bashi woman. And like I said, you will see you our Tiwa Yutrian Kakusu V8 as at now. There's no project. And so far, Sam Crofo, President never went there. But I know what a Twitter air tweeted George Floyd anywhere. So this is what prompted people said, President ye, and then the drone for any hefie, now so share on Crawford, now two on Crawford, will you a needle? And then the prompt no. So if you listen to his statement, and in his didn't meaning or the corona, it's like and Crawford be kasema ma hantina meba. Now yes, I cry moment to Abama can be there. That's it. But people will blame me. People will complain, saying, I say, I'm to mama and ameba. Even we went round to assess some of the issues. And like we are saying, say, say, and so no, any moment from now, a bet check. Na a bet check microphone, or mobile swada bonte. And you see, he wanted to make a reference to what the woman was saying, the queen mother was saying. Fine, it's a statement. But you see the later part of it. Wasn't crowded there is no mosquito net. So it means that the government has not done anything to help the people. And can you say, if the government has done or has made a promise, it doesn't mean he has done it. And we know this government can promise. And promise ya. So what is the possibility? And you see, we are even looking at the current situation, our current state of the economy. And say the economy isn't yet that strong one. We have been helping others. I didn't think I open that gate, so that others will also come in to come and support us. What is wrong with that?
You better say. You better sign about ho. You share commenter eba ye na ye sign into us way. Come say Total Grace Wellness Center omo ena asoya side djumedi Bremo, yen share comments ashafo so Eddie SND Robert Kempe also seated and waiting for the fire. That's it. Jaframa TV also greetings. We are also streaming your program live at Wara in OT region. That's it. Quickly, also watching from Suhum in the eastern region. The people in the Volta region are suffering because they are sacrificing for the country to enjoy electricity. Yes, that's true. Fans TV also the president should have declared state of emergency for the area. That will enable the station to focus its attention to the plight of the people watching from Mache near who. Okay. Frema Oye also the truth of the matter is the president's statement was a reckless one. Patience Darko, say good evening, Jifa, and your guest watching from Hamburg, Germany. That's it. Agbo Bryant or say UVRA should not harvest or conserve water in Akosombo Dam to unthoroughly spill it to flood the lower Volta Basin communities. Then instead of the president to solely responsible to be solely responsible to the avoidable disaster, rather went there with his partisan and vindictive mindset to say where he and his MPP don't get votes. Asempa Heneboache or say watching and listening from Achim Himan, I love the serene nature of the show. Very educative and informative. Chifa, keep it up. Okay, thank you. Ali Fofana or say Akufo-Addo does not respect the people of Volta region. Osai Superior or say the vice president and his wife donated only 20,000 Ghana cedis per a constituency. Akufo-Addo doesn't speak like a president. Watching from Barcelona, Spain. Okay. Samba Adamu, why is it that Ashanti Achim people hate Voltarians so much? Like, I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. NDC Diaspora Union, also Comrade Kwasha is on point. Sita is just beating around the bush to cover his incompetent president. Al Hassan Jr. Chota, or say big up to NDC. Ghana Ahimfie, or say watching and listening from Bosuso and Fantiakwa district. The statement of the president is in bad faith. The same person went to Kwabre and told them they can choose not to vote for him and the NPP because they didn't force because he didn't force them to vote for the NPP. Okay. Amansando for Akufo-Addo is not a good president. He's only enjoying the office and making money for himself and his family. Kuntenana Akufo-Addo doesn't care about others. Samba Adamubim Ose, well done, Comrade Kofi Kwache. Samba and a sign anyway by Osina Akufo-Addo and his nepotistic NPP government just want to wipe out entire Voltarians. It's not even possible. Okay, so comments be any hot there na just say yeah to us so yeah to us there na yeah saying second topic I'm say this past week NDC for a year vetting emun sembebre na APA ewo ododo dio na this vetting was to vet parliamentary aspirant omo pese omo ebedi party nenim de pre nkonya ewo omo various constituencies na emu nsem bebre na epie ya kyese journalists bi mo crampo they were attacked. Any bisa say sample na asem no ete MPP for the eba ye si hu nkonya kan atwi omunim nti NDC for so the aba dia na kyese e wo se yetimi eka eno so ho asem eno ene asete ya ba etwetwe ho enkomo sita patro o ha na wa kyerɛ wadwen e de afa asemi ho ama mesan e ma akwa babi.
So me that's it. Na deɛ momfa nkyɛ me sɛ wohu sɛ movie around la mewɔ adwuma mu nti ma nneɛma yɛ biribi kakra ma me na meyɛ m'adwene sɛ menyɛ politics, and I think one of the listeners or viewers have even stated say they like the serene nature of the discussions today, but my brother is just forcing that I go a bit partisan. I will try not to, but I just need to say me respond to some few and I may have some few corrections before me next topic. So it permit me. Yeah. Am I permitted?
Yes, you are. You are.
Thank you very much. If I may share say free Patrick Orkasan Okase HIV antiretroviral drugs are shorted in Ghana or they are not in Ghana currently. Am I right? Okay, Bibisa on. If I may be so.
Or can say HIV antiretroviral drugs are in shortage at the moment.
Pacho. Catching on say that is a lie. That is a lie. What is happening currently is that okay, those that are on the medication are getting full supply of medication. Okay, but then the newly recorded cases are urban, which is at an alarming state that almost will say you can say NGOs, any corporate institutions, and the so almost senior, they will run into short supply. And almost start proactiveness, with the who say almost here more. Because when they look at the number of HIV cases now, now, a bedroom maybe no, omuntimi and some because this HIV antiretroviral drugs no, a World Health Organization, any Ghana bank, and a collaborative, and a omoto. And yet true say HIV antiretroviral drugs no, are in short supply. That correction should be made. Number two, oka bibi ampese omo mutie nyina very alert to the say make us no my shada ammo near president Eddie Koya and Ania Bomia Eddie Koya and Nasifo. Obi enkohwe in the news. Okay, Bomia Kwano or the 160,000 Ghana cedi and above in cash at the common. Meno kasa nekrano. The man is still in the site there. As at now, one na baby and manisikano or wo in person. Pictures any for ni dan net ni baby a obi abehe. It is a common house at the buy and also a intro. Make us an year so edunana say the potential first lady to come and also donating your man on also 1 year to patrol. Me come as a man. I am per se people should make research and prove me wrong saying you make and me can't throw. It is also in the news. Truckload of relief items are already called. And which you know a binary kasa okay what divided the help no, into sector basis because we know I said it already. It's a special case. It is a Greek ministry devotee over 40 million US dollars into this flood situation. 40 million US dollars for farmers on Kwan and for the agri sector in that area. What of the other areas? NADMO is there giving out mosquito net, mattresses, foods, and stuff to the affected people. Into assembly na all kano. Onima, okay, more on dragging me into that political conversation because in Nano, Mira who am almost say yes, and I'm still afraid for the future. The health knowledge na me kakra no when it comes to contamination so no. Misuma Emma Ghana for Misuma West Africa, you know, say if care is not taken these things would actually escalate. It is a car about nation development in some of these times na omo betina na omo ye politics about it ya all kasakwa no debate e call the economy in Notre Dame ni na say for na here what has Notre Dame got to do with the current situation of the people of the K2 and the North Tongue suffering today? What has it got to do with that? So okay, let's try to see how we can help the situation. Then later we do the politics about it. Okay, but like among for try to help or no. NDC are just so much interested, keen in scoring political points. And which Osaka Bibi to say I didn't think that say there will be a split, Oman force you to leave the area. Eh? They should force NPP government should force NDC stronghold people to leave an area because of a potential disaster, and you think they would have taken kind. San Komeka say, I, Nanado on Pelmuntin or yes, and then. I've got a dear Keke Crampon and neck. Yes, in Kunya, yeah, disguise, Uncle Castle, almost 2-3 hot dear, and then a mobile catch Ghana for, and an MPP for. Yes, Remo. In sending you, let's not be hypocritical about it to say, I, or my yen tank, I say, or more, yes, no one can say, I, or more, tiny, hatred the being as for Emma a Kubiana, especially a specialized group of people or tribe. Let's be very realistic with some of these things. Number three, or Kadibiti says ugly housing is I or Mokatre Akufado say I they should relocate the people there and he refused to say all he has been dormant about it. Look, when you're relocating people in this manner, okay, despite the fact that those houses are there are a lot of legal issues which you know that your former Minister of Housing is in the court right now on this case. If today you move the people there and tomorrow a door is not there, liver blade is not there, who are you going to hold accountable for? Why do you think that structure is there and they haven't touched it? You think that government doesn't know the use or the benefit of it? But because of the legal battle on it, that is why it is still standing as it is. How many calls have been made and how many reasons have been made to the fact that that estate, okay, cannot be touched until the legal battle is being handled. So that issue also, Mr. Mo, say you should name the like the internal serious facts about such things now. Let's not rush. The civil society now almost call it for no. Later, what are they saying? They are quiet about it because they know most of them are lawyers and know what it entails, okay, to tamper with evidence before court. Okay, so maybe I look around like I said, I don't want to go political with this issue. Okay, if I may twas or no, and you see NDC or the Dodiedo constituency, yes, Ghana there, and when it comes to Ghana political environment, first of all, obeying what the NDC can do, largely, no, we know them to be people of this descent. Or when I say this descent, I mean born out of violence and what will I say? Um, malhandling and improper use of democratic processes. Nti me niesi wo ododo di on enye wanga. One say their main candidate, the sitting MP Krano, has withdrawn from the race as an uncontested biom. That should tell you the level of seriousness of what is happening there. But Okoka says here, like you see, today I'm just not in the mood of talking politics. I don't know why these people are dragging me there. We're resigning from the race, say on Kobium, because of the malhandling and the injustices, and the dealings, omoye ewo constituency and also the region at large. And senior see or honor is rather unfortunate. But me no, I deba kwa me nwanwa pa say gifa mo the media ne mebo mo so kaka. City FM journalist your bono ho eh osa your ba eka ho. But mo nyina mo yedi mo nyinaa mo yɛ de obi anka ho sɛm nanso anka yɛ NPP program ɛna ɔmo de ɔmo nsa apia journalist krampo na anka bɛba abɛda hɔ baabiaa obi abɛ report sɛ yɛkɔbɔ journalist wɔ NPP for program but NDC program yɛabɔ no ɔno kora ɔyɛ ɔbaa abobɔ ne yam wakɔda hospital or recover nnura kora na ɛyi no free hospital o nnura yi a wamɔ nka ho nsɛm media for difa ɔne o producer mo ka ho bi mo nka ho nsɛm banka yɛ NPP a
And it's not media to hire ka ho asem no.
not you. Okay, but the NDC paid media stations would have been making all sort of noise about it. That
And it's not say see I discuss wa ha no.
yes, say you discuss here. Yes, into about yeah, mon target. And I said headlines, and yeah, okay, NDC have done it again. Yes, NDC have done it again. A journalist assaulted at NDC program or NDC tags, okay, have beaten up a female City FM journalist. You are not using those kind of headings, aren't you? And that is Ghana for you. Because NPP are buying and what's on everything a year. And like I said, me, I'm not too surprised with some of these things or these developments coming up from the NDC. The former president, Bitman Ebejina Cynthia so on political grounds, telling Ghanaians that when it comes to violence, they are the master of violence. They were born out of what? Revolution and violence. And some of these things are happening. Why should Ghanaians be surprised about it? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. And I'm not surprised about it.
Mr. Sita ahoma no article yen share commenter abetri na yen fani yen sign into us.
That is
Okay,
even
Sita yen sign ma kwa baby.
you made that say that is even at a constituency level. Constituency out of 270 plus constituencies. Bakope. But look at what is happening there. And we had a national elections and one or two incidents happened. And everybody, you made noise about it for almost close to a month. That is the biased nature of the media today that once sometimes we talk about it, people don't understand. Again, we talk about freedom of the media or free speech and media, what. Mokra Munia Baimuno, look at what you are doing to journalists. This is about the second time within this year, okay, NDC former assaulted journalist. This is about the fourth or fifth time NDC in your lecture processes, okay, you have misbehaved and what shown examples of what violence and undemocratic processes. But no, like we political students who want to see the nation grow, no, find yourself. We still want to keep our focus in what in developing the country. But if this is the alternative, I'm person be the so with somebody handling near a constituency like Ododio, the AM was stronghold, Crampan Kameka say, I said, understanding be what Hokano. When how then will Ghanaians hand over power to you to manage you, the whole country? You can't manage a constituency. That is even election, vetting, no, not even the main elections. It's rather sad and unfortunate to say, Mr. Stano of the CTFM, no, I suffer this fate. It's very sad. I will only entreat that NDC should learn lessons from the NPP. Say, you know, they should learn democratic processes from us. Say, when you are going to elections, message your message and people buy into it and elect you. You don't
Peter
come
also.
to elections. Mpacha me also. What I mean,
Let's one.
good. So you don't come into election processes with a banning, nasefo bubu konya obu amanfo makwa obu amo. NDC for with the ferry attack. I come up journalists no more member crampo no more hwehwe mo esum kakai. Na man smo obu amo. Adai. When you na come in your own tia se we ba kan sem pi e de we akọ obekasa economy ni na ama NDC one akọ journalists no. You see, sometimes when we come to communicate, let's situate the argument based on where it is or based on the issues being put on the board. Oh, me kase ya na almost say me them me bana me how margin. Okay, so it's rather unfortunate. Say it happened, but I will entreat the NDC for say they should go back and talk to their MP, sit on a dialogue table with him, discuss and iron out the issues that they have in Ododo Dio so that we can have a strong alternative to run with come 2024 general elections and also at the constituency level. Because this is embarrassing and unfortunate for NDC to just lambast us just yesterday for what happened to a polling agent at Northeastern region. And today, they haven't learned lessons. Once I'm insulting us, you go and do worse things than that. So beating up a police station agent, or if a police station agent and a colleague have a fight, okay, and you beating up, mobilizing and beating up a female journalist for just covering to write and record your activity. Which one is more serious? Which one is more serious? You understand? But it's rather unfortunate that it happened. Oko Council, they'll say the media is under attack and stuff like that. What is more attacking than what you did? I know he would come to want to use the UTV instances to make so much noise about it. Yes, they only just went there. They didn't even beat anybody up. They just went there to occupy the studio and to express their grievances. Yes, they didn't do well. I don't support it in person. Okay, but they didn't even touch anybody. So couldn't you have also organized your program or your vetting without beating a journalist? You could have done that. So that shows the lack of political maturity. That shows the lack of organizing. That shows their lack of democratic processes and precedences. That also shows their lack of what potential leadership qualities as individuals and also as a group as NDC to lead Ghana going forward into our political life. So I would say that Ghana should learn lessons that and also take cue that okay, if there's any other from today, okay, any political unrest, difficulty, challenges, violence, we should all take note that everybody is learning from the masters. And the masters of violence when it comes to political activities is the NDC. Thank you very much, Jifa. Like I said today, I'm just not I'm just not politically motivated. So I'll just rest my case
You,
here.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
Jo yebeda se sita ye ko ye ni abema Kofi Kwache so hana ono so enche na adwin emfa asemi hu. Kofi Kwache ye san e ma akwa.
Meda se minu aba na da bia na me ka me si me tumira na ma kyerɛsie. Sita say HIV/AIDS. One topic no one so here. How shortage of antiretroviral vaccines they affect people living with HIV for Ghana. So one, but one topic
Me hu.
All
But
right.
last week move on so health minister Echeche say mu say shortage bia emasa.
No, I'm going down.
Papa say mu
I'm going to explain the main topic, and I say
okay.
the matter itself. So when you go down, what say? Waiting the cause shortage of the waiting the cause shortage of the what? Of the antiretroviral drugs. A BBC report. Now I'm in a pidgin way. So let me read something small for you. What say? Oga the Ghana AIDS Commission, Dr. Chireme Atuahene, the worry say plenty antiretroviral drugs don't stack for port since July for the sake of the weight tax waiver from the government. You understand? So enrona ba begu ho. Government be mo tax waiver. No mo timi dia yede ayi nrona free port ne dia yede e dia ba no. Omunyi, that is what is causing the shortage. And that is what we are talking about. So if the government are tax waiver now, shortage ma. So enrona omode ba no e free o. Like he said, but government the tax or per tax waiver so be no tax waiver na so shortage, and it's not killing the people. And to contrary to the issue say because of the number is increasing, that is why they fear the shortage. That is not the story. The real story is that the drugs are stuck at the airport because of tax waiver, that is the fact. It is what I say. That is the story. This is BBC story. This is BBC story. And you should also get his facts right. Because I don't just come and sit here and just come and say anything. Because me can't try to Ghana for the enemy. And for so be any so. They are known to be liars. And even their vice president, even if you Google, it will tell you, say, we're a liar number one. Google identify as bio liar. Let's move on to the next point I will make here. Was it the people of voter region make appeal to the government, say, place what entails about that? It is on record said this current government have made a proposal say or turn sagleme if the matter is in court. I didn't know or turn sagleme a project, or person they private investor. So it is because they want to hand over to their cronies, that is why adamant say na have been a crab say obey me use that place in the amass microphone because assembly or court. They say government is selling the project. They have made a project, a proposal, said they want to give it to a private investor to develop the project. Now, but how can me say? Because the matter is in court, government cannot send those people there. Now, we want to Fosika the NDC, Sagleme buildings, Nana. And you're Ghana Fosika. And you're Ghana Fosika. So it is a Ghana new here, man. Was the assembly or court? Now court to any panety ho. When you high crowd book court for a judge said that you go see cathedral. How much more say Obianya is your dihunu? Now we see a dia good horse any pabetinum. No be one who hear him. Now the only panababetina then no say assembly or court. And so what? Assembly or court, and so what? You see, we are talking about how quick government will or response to issues. And ebina yeka no appears the issue we see here no. As at now, what has been the result? Where are the people living? It's the same situation. That is why we are saying, say, kasa ne de aman ne beko akoka. But as to say obeye hu adwuma no, eno na ye the most important thing. And we have realized that the situation is not good. So call for external help. And also say a problem. And no problem because you have done to others. And you are saying, you say, Dr. Baumia have sent 120,000 and what to the people. Someone who could afford to give a delegate $5,000 for a common vote, super delegate vote, and yet the main vote, I bet me I'm a flag bearer. And yet the main vote, I bet me I'm a president. He was able to give individual 5,000. Now, Kokachire say, Wama, the whole constituency, and I said the whole voter region, those affected areas, 120 million cities. So, what is the news? What is the news about this? This same person, recently, no, check $5,000. Now he's talking about violence. I don't know. NPP are buying from day one. And omuyi tyrant. Omuyi okandifua. Wono woye pinche nipa. President Kufuado ebedi by obey flag bearer ma NPP. The first attempt or any day. Yeah, the asset egu obisu of northern region. A regional chairman. Ekuno.
How is that linked to President Akufo-Addo? Are they all? He wasn't present, and you know they are Sydney Guni Panos into.
No. Calm down. NDC for Yenana. Yeah, call. It's not a particular constituency now. Saturday we see. So that is it. So if you are a leader, you try to take a responsibility. That is why the former president said, "Dumso ba eno, enyane penso." Dumso has started long before, but once a SC Abraham president, he has to take responsibility. So once you are a leader, in every situation, you take a responsibility. Satan no a flag bearer. What about the incident of Afoko and Kwabena Japan? I upon Momufu office. And also, Nana Ono when him say he's making a mockery of himself, say, I will link that to a UTV issue near the other. Moko super delegate of only 900 people. Nipa makumako 900. You couldn't control 900 people. Although they do a constituency, they are more than 900. It is an incident here, which is not even the party came out to condemn the situation, came out to condemn the people, and has even launched an investigation into the issue to bring those perpetrators into book. NDC. So what we have been able to sanction a lot of people from NDC, the likes of Kwaku and Co. If you misbehave, we will sack you. Come out and tell me one person and the NPP actual letter man say one misbehave in the party near sacking, one follow the party rules and certain things that the person did. Tell me one person. If not, so Omobe ebe a stab in the back. The Omode are folk in Japan now. But yay, if you misbehave, and I know these particular people, they will not go scot-free. Me, as a person, I support everything that the leadership, the FEC will come out with. Say, if they need to be sacked from the party, they should be sacked from the party. Because I'm not saying what they did was right, but I still say that this is an internal issue. It does happen. Momo DAC, Ama a whole figure in a political party has bulled away. We have an aspirant or party man or warning say or be showdown. It has been a topic, it has been a statement, and or homework so be showdown. Currently, what is happening in your party? You should be more concerned on that. because what is coming on the 4th November is more deadly because of what the happenings of the previous ones. You understand? And you already know, Yaman Crawford na or can statement be. Afia Pokuya is on record to say that 2008 Okova elections. Ye bono sebi you entertain na hwene me ka toma de a wan hwa na akoye man de ne direct nti. Ye tete na hwene me fra no tomato kra. Oba ono ye bema. Afia Pokuya ye bema. Afia Pokuya ye bema. And let me ask you, was he the only person that went there? Sa CTV journalist na call hono. Ono nko na call see him. And why was he the only person beating? And if you are telling me, say, CTV, Yabu, you the first time CTV journalist say, Caleb, something. Only another lady in the same station. What didn't happen to those people? And Obeka said, he's only when the former president made a statement, he said, we are born out of this. It is trying to tell you, say the mu womu no, mo pesa mo kire say ye de mo kan ye nsa agu yachi akan anu atum da ye ntimi nkasa but the pesa kire mo say ye about those things nanka ye better than you. But going forward, we have also learned a lot of things, and there's no need because democracy now can buy. So we have to protect it. That is why we have said that violence and other things should be put aside and let's move on as a country. So okay, after President Mills, from President Mills' time, you could see the NDC that has understand or have understood democracy. It doesn't necessarily mean say something has happened and within the internal wrangles, it shouldn't happen. But we are talking of a group of people, mob, who has entered a studio. You should tell us, baby, NDC for organizing a mob with all the insults. 2016, Gabriel Chedako or the name host. I know what joy TV host to program. Anna and Crawford canon Emma Mama. Any doom so didn't attempt, but nobody entered a studio to attack them. There have been an incident attempt the dear baby and Crawford radio so did your mama attempt as a president, not as a former president, as a president. Still, NDC never entered any studio to attack anybody. Did you hear that? But here a program now, you can choose to come there to come and cover our programs. When a Drew baby, Peace FM, any end in the year, what did we do? They should learn from us. As a great Democrat, we said no, we are not coming to your studios again. You're about studio and I'll be near Kwanyaka the part today. What if you don't come to your studios again? So we decided not to come to your studios. Yamahobio. But what you sit in your comfort, you sit in the comfort of your home, write a letter to a media station. And you see, when we started this program, you see, said he is doing the same thing. NPP is now trying to tell the media what they should tell the world and what they should tell Ghanaians. And it's a one kind of sound more. Why am I offended?
I don't think so. That's what he meant. But what he's trying to say is that the same coverage I had on my UTV, the media is not giving the same coverage to CTFM.
Not that. Based on the letter they wrote, based on the defense, communication director and Eba Abonting, you understand? It actually portrays the fact say, I was listening to him on the radio, on the TV, on TV3, with I've forgotten the host, trying to tell the host the way they should go about their program recently, just like what my brother Sita was trying to tell us. So we should rather discuss the matter in this way rather than talking about this way. Since when did they realize that? Since when did they started proposing topics for TV stations? And when you say and count Diane, was a contractor and a nigger, and then if you form more dying hono. Also, afraid the amount of more children the SSE. But those days, you know, the no say a country near building. So we should talk about the country in a holistic way, but rather you were thinking that you can lie to the people with the media. And then you see, say, one hour chichiri, when said the woman, no, and there's a media they can be crana, when you said they are talking against you. But because that is what you did with the media. Those days, look at Joy News, this program, Saturday program now, I know or whatever host, you know. All these programs, look at the people, loose far. Look at these people that go and sit there and look at the kind of language they use. To the extent say Eslowusu Timi Kachre, former president Mills, say one in Samuel Tuntum, cancer na no, a whole lot of insults. And that year, a koti amone there. And you see, the journalists are now coming learning something. They want to be truthful because more you see on my check, more do my propaganda na check. So and then a tear they thought Danado was coming to do a magic. Danado catch the Ghana for say within 18 months, you know, obviously start Ghana, you know, Accra is going to be a cleaner city. And then Obi cry a mistake, a sure and cry, then sure you there find crime for. Obi a mistake. Now assume now sure no nisuo so from pet now than a flat Accra. So this problem that we are seeing in Volta region, we shouldn't just look at it as just a mere issue because it goes very, very far, way back to Kratche, to Kwame Dan. So that is the Sine River, to Afram, going to Afram. So, and even you know this spillage, you know, has broken a bridge, a boot bridge, Atebubu Road, you know. So all those people going to Atebubu Yeji has been cut off. 100 videos in my but this is the damage also. So a mining will plan like we said that. And why I know why I don't charism. And I see Nana Akufo-Addo to be somebody like he wanted to be president and he has been a president, and that is all. So and yes, Uncle on solid could do pizza or a UK among crab pizza or UK Medi or Jubilee House there be because it's like he saw the presidency as a place like the GNE. So what can another he fancy in parties and to be who are Olma Boogie party be a no jam no bunny pan. Instead, so better than what getting mine and what getting chilima for hono. Need the any say, Nema obesi a 6 billion restaurant at the Amane back.
You now what do you sign about who? You sign about who? Yeah, that's it. Moment for comment ashopon so ede eba ya sign at what you mean so. Yeah, for comment now cool. I don't know if I got it right. I say why the resignation of the two pastors on the National Cathedral Board. Is there anything we don't know or we should know? Oma Wonsaka, the Evening Tribune now, full details no. Ewo ho obetimi akan na what else here? Yantwaso. Tokuyevu Osi the Ododio incident is very regrettable, but it wasn't a bloody line. I think it wasn't bloody like the NPP tags. Frema Oyosi, the NDC has become more Democrats than the NDC. The NPP has become more brutal and dangerous. But we are saying Jifa continue to conduct the show in the civil manner. Political show can also be educative. But Jifa continue to conduct the show in the civil manner. Political show can also be educative, but not about shouting and insults all the time. You mean that's it. Samba Adamu also this MPP guy is very funny. Mavis Boateng also watching on YouTube from Lisbon, Portugal. It's obviously clear the MPP has nothing to say. The NDC MP for Odododio made his intentions not to contest the seat since last year. Stop lying. Robert Kimping also watching from Paris, France. I've been watching the show for more than 1 hour and I still don't understand what the MPP communicator is saying. Robert Biom also you can't support MPP and speak the truth at the same time. Baumia is the #1 liar in Ghana. Yeah, finance comments. Dana Ko Biom also Jifa, thanks for your calm composure, which gives us a great educative political program. Madam Wasi. Cool. Okay, say supplements and your candidate there. Yen twas on I fire closing remarks in free panelist for Emerno Enya Asun Ewie. Enti Yanko Sita Hona Yenti your closing remarks at Chesage Mediano, a berry yano. Sita Pacha of my closing remarks.
Oh, see, anyway,
Emerno as one.
me that's it. Na you can't say na propaganda na kofi eka no. Na mpese me team more. Na me dey asere omo another time a meba show no so. Ɛyɛ nwanwa paa sɛ kofi ɛbɛbase ne check finding on a Nigerian BBC PG site as compared to near Ghana government ankasa, Ghana phone ankasa, produce and informing the citizenry of what is happening with the antiretroviral drugs. Once on any propaganda so as a cochino and has also revealed him or exposed him in the sense that say I a drone war na a port. It's just a waiver that they needed. I do agree with you. Okay. So okay, say that is it. Yes, so that was it. And so Mikachi will say there was no shortage. Then you should have rather asked of what I meant by that. The number check but like you are just making so much propaganda on the fact that it didn't and you're proving with an unfounded when it comes unfounded, not that I don't believe the BBC, but that story is just to catch eye, okay, and also to let the Nigerians feel that something wrong is happening in Ghana, but which is not the case. Yes and no, and like I said, with the antiretroviral drugs, just like the COVID vaccines, or let me call it the international acclaimed diseases, okay, or diagnosed therapies. Yes, the World Health Organization supports various governments to handle that. And antiretroviral drugs is not something that the government cannot give a simple waiver. But within the week now, na a port on, and then I make a just say yes, like the thing was there, okay, but it hasn't gotten out yet. And they were looking at the anticipated numbers that were coming. Even though they have even cleared near airport on within that week and no more complaining. Okay. I'm still telling you as of today, okay, because that is my fault of work, okay, within the health sector. And when it comes to medicines and vaccines, as of today, there is still anticipation that with the rate of infections and the rate of delivery na yenya no, we might still get such difficulty. So Oka said there's shortage now. So because say a porter Ghana porto tema and there's a shortage. Then I don't know what you're talking about. You told me Oka said yem me more nipa baako MPP nipa kwa a misbehave and why an unconstitutional act here you're suspending no. And a while was a kobo afoko ne komne Japan more the party perceived say they had issues or they had acted unconstitutionally in free from through legal procedures. That is another argument or that is another topic for discussion another day. Or some make you comment to be say I democracy ever Ghana. Like seriously. Nti nkroma CPP na yɛ to no so aba yɛ yi no no. Ada ni tuo na yɛ de kɔ to no so ana ada na nyɛ democracy. Ana democracy bɛ na woka no. That violent motivated democracy na te sɛ ne yɛ kan. Ne ya bu obi, ɛkyena ya ku obi, ɛkyena journalist ya hwe no sum ne na se fo no. Ɛno na mo de bae. Ɛna mo democracy. Okay, so now I understand that is your NDC definition of democracy. Okay, democracy na mo de ba Ghana no the insults yenya baby with sharp teeth ne na se fo no. And next, we say organic political favor and organic political recognition. Yes, or pimping you for not super almost sano and a propaganda quano and then the democracy you brought. So I'm surprised. Anyway, like I said, today I'm not just in the mood. So my closing remarks differ. I say NDC, like I said, some person will prove it to Ghanaians that they are a good alternative or a better alternative than the MPP. Okay, these are not some of the things they should be bringing on board, and this is not the form of communication they should come with what right facts, okay, and set examples that will motivate Ghanaians to vote for them, but not to base their argument on propaganda, fallacies, okay, and unfounded facts. Number three, they shouldn't base their facts on say boy liar. Kofi, me no nyina nim say next time start from this night, every channel, na me try Google go say Kofi, you are a liar, you are a murderer, you are a murderer, you are a murderer. A channel no, it's nothing, so we could bow that is what will appear. And here then propaganda and so now the and I say we feel your basics in computer, and information spread. So we all know how come that thing is there, and what does it change? Okoka say I news file ni say what's the name Osla Ekoka say Atamos in some tumuna then. Before it wasn't a fact that the man was not feeling well, wasn't a fact that his pants were darker, and you the NDC, you are still forcing the man to do things that he couldn't do. Virtually you killed him. And no crown your fan castle. Say I wait. Oh sorry, I'll say I see the Biomo Kushio go be so bogatanga. Yes, it is true they did that. Okay, so what of you killing the president of Ghana? What of that? You force the man
Sita,
to
you
behave,
better
but
say.
nobody
You
believes
better
you.
say.
Before, please let me land. My last comment, please. My ending one. Okay. Um, Kofi is a gentleman. Okay, I like him so much. Okay, so I would just beg him that he should get his facts right. I know he's coming back again to laugh at me and to lambast me, but then he should get his facts right and let's meet next week again on different topics that is political. Okay. So my shout outs to everybody watching us, the NDC and the NPP who have sent comments and stuff. We do appreciate it and it does motivate us to shape our country very well. So I'll say thank you to you, Gifa, and your producers. And like I said, the listeners in those communities, the rural and the rest. Yeah, we never give them shout outs. Okay. Say Alima Ana Adiza Community Center. Gifa Dini Adeng. Adiza Community Center said then yo. Yeah, oh yeah, like give them shout outs for me. Okay.
Shekina Information Center.
Sekina Information Center, Sekina Information Center, baby I'm working in a Yadamasa say ya munya bre etie na Ghana na ya pesa ya developing na NDC for they are not an alternative for Ghana. That's it.
Miss Meda say Yanko Kofi Kwatri Hono so Emma and closing remarks.
Nam sɛ me nua sita ɔkɔnkludu no na wɔse me ba bɛ baahye no anaasɛ biribi saa. In fact, me nua ba nyɛ sɛ me ba bɛ baahye no, but ɔno ayɛ aware, quiet aware sɛ ɔka sɛ drugs no, because of the numbers, that was his statement, the numbers that were increasing. What you say? That is what made them to anticipate, say, going forward, there will be a shortage. But it's also telling, I'm also making it to him, say, it is shortage in the system because it is stuck at the portal. When the drugs are not given to the people, that's a good now because of tax waiver now your farmer or more. Are they not suffering for it? And the higher shortage was system, the fact that it is in Ghana, it is kept at the port. It doesn't mean say the people are getting it. So you should get that one right. So that was the reference I'm trying to make. Going forward, I want you to understand, say NDC is not going to speak the way they want us to speak. They are not going to determine what we should tell the people. Because we didn't tell them what they should say when they were lying to Ghanaians during 2016 up to 2020. And from 2020 way back 2012 up to now, no, and you determine what they should tell the Ghanaians. They were saying what they wanted to tell the people to get their votes. However, when I say we are the apostles of a democracy, that I'm referring to the Fourth Republic, where we have a president who was once a military leader and he has turned to be a democratic leader and handed over peacefully to another civilian leader, and that has given birth to the Fourth Republic. As at now, in endanger that Fourth Republic that we have given birth to. That is the point. If not, we can do worse things. In as much as say Ghanaians, we all want to build a Ghana we want. We don't want to build a Ghana we want with violence. That is why we are telling them, don't attack the media. Allow the media to do their work, because we saw what you did prior to 2016 elections. We saw what you used the media to do. As at now, the media is not dependent. They are independent because you people have used them to do what they were not supposed to do. At the end of the day, look at the number of media personnel board, various boards. So, how are they going to speak the truth? And when it comes to violence and those things, my brother, don't come there. See, the magic baton, and you are running haywire. NPP claim that they are democratic, they are intellectuals, they are what? Intellectuals of violence. That is what we see them to be today. And when he's talking of NDC should come out with something, well, that is not. NDC is not coming into government as an alternative to come and waste money on the whole, like National Cathedral. Abra, as I said, you see hospitals, and we have been able to build. You see, this president just wake up one day and just decide there's no plan, no plan of action. The be a baby or mutrim be no more ye. I know solely ya no see may see me creating regions. The regions that you created. Have you been able to build one regional hospital in any of the regions that you created? One regional hospital just to cater for their healthcare needs. And if you look at when the people talk of social interventions and what is more intervention than sending electricity to the last person in the village? What is more?
What are my closer remarks? What are my closer remarks?
What is more social intervention than giving water to the people in the various communities? Community water and sanitation program. Why did they buy? And you are telling Ghanaians say NDC is not alternative. NDC will never spend money on building a wasted cathedral whereby they will what? They will pull down story buildings. They will pull down government projects. They will pull down judges' houses just in the mere fact say they want to dig a hole. And it's one of the expensive holes in the world for now. So maybe going forward, they will achieve their tourist attraction idea. People will come to Ghana to come and watch a hole. Yeah, they 500 billion. I see a hole. So when people are coming to Ghana to come and what as a tourist, they will come to that place. That will be all common sense. That will tell you, say, the project, there are so many vast land in Ghana. You could have even built that cathedral there. But look at what you did. You wasted money there. And you are telling Ghanaians, say, Obia, or so that you say, we have a land that we can use to build Terminal 3. We have a land that we can use to build GMC, hospital, Bank of Ghana hospital, a whole lot of hospitals, Or only your alternative. But what was a Ghana for taxpayers' money, equal to 2 amanato from no, or also your alternative, and you want to break 8. Which of the 8? I know a person will break it. So, you know, now me de enchia Emma, your tear phone, ya do be biase, or more moje bread, it's ye and ne. In fact, many aje pass metise bimo suhum bimo other places north any be pre or more upper program ya or muti or monko so ana or more support ye na ye be kan okre na ye dey akire omo na going forward you know ye nyina ya kan bom nye de ewura jo mama owo vision owo anisuade hunu a president a BBC he goes to the place go and interact with the people what caused the problem so that so obenya fair idea na obetena fie a wadwene kwan a ye befa so solve that problem no once and for all said you solve dum so once and for all no I think says enka former president Mahama the timer anka sa problem we it will be solved once and for all say ye nya sa problem we bi and say to abamana going forward you know Nimpepe said he will tackle that issue and that problem will be solved once and for all.
You better say Kofi Kwache say what's me am I in closing submission. Yede jumedi ebe yene de na che say ye better munyina ase samoje bre etwetwe mu kunya etna ase etie yen ehwe yen esende mu comment na so ede ema yen yede munyina ase Total Grace Wellness Center and that's why I say ede jumedi no remum producer Mr. Setadi on so medana ase ye panelists you know sita na Kofi Kwache ye better munyina so ase semutimi ebe boaye ema nkomotwetwe no emu de ema etiefo ne ahwefo nyina so etimi etie ye ehwe bi midin de Antonia Chipa Ifa na watch send ye besin ehia bim makramo
Open